I love our theme music. You ready?
Ready.
Good afternoon, y'all. This is Ned.
And this is Michelle.
And we are MyPhilippineDreams.com. Welcome to the 5th installment of Questions for Michelle. You might notice that I am sitting here next to Michelle. That's because we decided to do these two questions with me here to offer a rebuttal at a couple points. So let's get right into it. First question is from Access Chiller 83, and it's actually backed up by MKS Rookies and Aaron Taylor, who all want to know what are the most difficult things in dealing with and living with a grumpy foreigner.
First.
Oh, there's a list?
Oh, yes. I don't understand that I need space thing. Especially early in the morning. So, well, it's just early in the morning he wants to have this space, and especially after he woke up. And me, whenever I woke up, I just want some lambing time with him, like hugging, kissing, and all. I just want to be alone. He just wants his privacy. He wants his time. And there's also not just that. There's quite a few times that he just wants. He's going from I'm okay, and then suddenly from I need some space. Like, what did I do wrong?
Ooh, okay. Can I rebut?
Okay.
Yeah, that is it's an issue that we have, the personal space, privacy, and alone time thing. Mm-hmm. Again, a lot of this is cultural and social, that they spend a lot of time, Filipinos spend a lot of time together, the majority of their time together, and, sometimes as Westerners, I think, we like our alone time, our quality, to do my thing time. And I'm just not a morning person. I like to have a couple cups of coffee in me and, get some gaming on to clear my head before the day starts. Okay, so that's one thing, the space thing, the privacy, the alone time.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you got?
Efficiency, speed. I mean, you tend to rush things. You want things to be done right away, and you want to do it on your own way. And I'm a Filipina, and we have this. We sometimes do some things on our. We have our own way of doing things, and sometimes it's confused me because he wants to do it his way, and I'm not used to doing that. Like packing.
Okay, packing, yeah.
Packing clothes, like whenever we go on a trip. I like things. I want it organized. I want the bag organized, and it's just pack everything. Just put every clothes he can get to the bag, and it sometimes drives me crazy.
Okay, because I'm just trying to get it done, get stuff packed, and move on.
It. And
okay.
Everything's not organized.
All right. Mea culpa. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. Or, for example, today we did a lot of cleaning. It's Sunday, and like washing shoes. I was cutting the grass, and I asked Michelle to cut. I was cutting the grass, and I asked Michelle to wash some shoes, and she started getting into this long, drawn-out process of doing it. Whereas you just fill the bucket up with soapy water, you soak them for a bit, you scrub them, and you rinse them off. So I was like, there's a better way of doing that, right? I was like, just do it this way. Or washing clothes. When I'm washing clothes, I just throw the stuff in, let it soak in soapy water, and swish it all around for a while. And you.
Yeah, it's the thing about that is that I don't think it's quite clean.
Right. It's like Filipinos with washing machines. They don't like washing machines because they don't think it gets it clean enough, and they also think that it destroys the clothes. Yeah. So they prefer to beat them on rocks.
I don't beat it on rocks. I just want it clean, and it doesn't smell, and just clean.
Okay. All right, that's a good one. And so speed, efficiency, getting things done. Oh, we have props for an example. When we're sweeping the driveway, for example, Michelle prefers to use this broom. This is like a
That's an old broom. I used to
Yeah, but it's
Than
still
you
this,
do.
it's thin, right? It's this little wicker broom thing right here. And I prefer to use this broom.
Oh.
So what you're doing is, you know, you're getting a lot more sweeping area and you get a lot more moved in a shorter amount of time. So it's just more efficient. But that's not the way they do it here.
Smell.
They prefer to use, don't let me wash it, it won't get clean. They prefer to use this little broom thing. So there are differences, culture, and they, you know, and there's guys, I've heard stories of guys, you know, constructing a house or whatever, and they're carrying all the materials by hand, so the guy will get them, the foreigner will get them a wheelbarrow, and they'll use the wheelbarrow for a little while, but then they'll go back to carrying everything by hand, because there's just certain ways of doing things here. All right, so that's two things about living with a grumpy foreigner. What else you got?
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm. Ugh.
Yes. Yes, this is Ned could get very sarcastic at times, and he has this it sometimes makes me feel guilty, and I feel manipulated every time he does that. Like he asked me to do a video about a certain thing. I said no, I don't like doing it. I was like, oh, it's a bad thing, it would be nice and all that, and it would just to make you feel guilty. I was like, what's with this guy? And not just that, there's a lot of times that he does that, and it just...
Well, not a lot of times, is it?
There's some times that he does that, and it just, I don't like it because it makes it, I feel like I'm being manipulated, and I'm not the kind of person that likes to be manipulated.
Okay, let me rebut that one, huh? All right, let's talk about, yeah, sarcasm. Sarcasm from the Latin literally means to rend flesh. And a lot of people from where I'm from in the U.S. are pretty sarcastic. Our humor is based on sarcasm. And it can be used to manipulate people because it is pretty passive-aggressive. And I do notice myself doing it sometimes, and I don't feel good about it. And, you know, so that's another difficult thing about living with a Westerner who's from where I'm from, because we can be a little sarcastic at times. A lot of my humor is based on sarcasm, but a lot of it is self-directed. I usually aim it at myself. So I apologize for that. So for the manipulation piece, it's funny that you say that you get upset that because you feel like I'm manipulating you, when with the tampo and, you know, that whole thing, which is pretty much emotional manipulation, which is kind of the same thing.
But I just don't feel like talking to you sometimes.
Ah, that's what it is. She doesn't feel like talking to me sometimes. Oh, okay. All right, so let's just. All right, so to keep the video short, we'll just leave it to those three things.
Okay.
So this whole privacy, alone time thing, the efficiency. I want things done quickly and, you know, done as efficiently as possible, and the whole sarcasm piece. Okay, so we'll just leave those three glaring flaws right there. The final question also comes from a Xchiller 83, who asks, if you could change one thing about the other person, what would that one thing be? I wish I had looked at this before. One thing, if there's one thing I could change about you, well, there's the whole directness thing, you know, not speaking directly, not, you know, communicating. I don't like that thing. Overcooking the pork and the chicken sometimes, that kind of drives me crazy. And directions, when we pull over to ask somebody for directions and you guys get involved in a 20-minute conversation.
It's not 20 minutes, more like, what?
And this whole rice thing that you have. I gotta have rice for breakfast and for lunch and for dinner and for snack, and waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're making rice. And the soap bars that you guys use drive me crazy because you leave them all over the place, and playing games on your phone. But if it had to be one thing, I could change about you, it would probably be I wish you were more direct. I wish you were more direct in communicating things. Okay, so that's my answer. So what's your answer? If there was one thing that you could change about me, what would it be?
Not 10.
Oh, that's so not fair. Alright, so that's installment 5 of questions for Michelle. You don't play fair at all. That's so mean.
I mean
If you have any other questions or any other comments or any other suggestions, please leave them in the comments section. Until next time, this is Ned.
And this is Michelle.
We are My Philippine Dreams. Ingat, amping. We'll see you next time.